What's up, fam? I'm your host, Jack Settleman. Joining me today, and as always, my co-host and longtime best friend, Abe Granoff. Today, we're in the stew. Abe, what is on your mind today?
You're an athlete, right, Jack?
Yeah.
You've been an athlete your whole life. Off to just the top of your head. It's happening again. Watch this, fam. If you're watching live on YouTube, this is the perks that you can get. This is how we audible quickly so that we can get good audio. Hopefully.
Well, the audio for them is going to sound great because it comes out of here.
Well, look at what's going on right here.
Yeah, so Abe's just making a quick adjustment. We've already shot this intro like 4 times, so we're just gonna let the fully on me.
All right, we're back. We're back. Anyway, name some of the most notable athletic accomplishments that you've had in your life.
In my life, ooh, okay. We finished one in the country my senior year of high school in soccer. Okay. Won the conference championship. I played against Phil Booth and Emmanuel Quickly in high school. That's pretty cool. Outside of that, though, that's pretty much it.
Until today, boys. Until today. Jack's a little bit humble, so I'll go on the record and tell the story. Jack and I and some buddies are a part of a softball team in New York City, very competitive league, fast pitch, the whole nine, right?
Fast pitch.
And last week, opening day, we jump out to a 7-0 start. Vibes are high. Things went south. We end up losing 13-12 or something like that. Today, first inning, we were down 3-0 before we even recorded an out. 3-0. We go down to 7-2.
It was 10-0.
I don't think it was.
Someone said it was 10-0.
Whatever. We were down a lot of runs. We battle. We learned from last week. We watched the tape. We learned what pitches to hit, what pitches to stay on. We end up getting it to 12-10 going into the bottom of the 5th, 6th inning game. End up getting it 12-12 going into the 6th. We're the home team, so we put 3 up, 3 down, bottom of the 6th. Opportunity to win the game. First guy comes up, ground out. Second guy comes up, pop out. Down to 2 outs. If you got out here, we were going to tie.
Yeah, which
what does Jack do? Puts it in the fucking water. Walk-off dinger, water shower, the whole 9. So that's why I ask, where did today, your first career walk-off home run, rank in your athletic accomplishments? Because for me, it was 1 in my own athletic accomplishments.
Yeah. I mean, that's the funniest part is, significance of the game probably low just because we're not in the playoffs yet. And I'm a championship guy.
Every game's a must-win.
But it's the stuff you dream about, literally in the backyard, in the driveway, and going into the 6th, I was cracking up. I said to you when we ran out on defense, like if we go in, we still have a home run to hit, and
you had a full count too.
You were like, "Are you up?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm third." Obviously, I'm just gonna swing for the fences, and the 3-2 count, 2 outs. And it barely snuck over.
But it got over.
But the range of emotions was, I knew it was out, but it didn't look out.
I think I knew it was out too.
I knew it was out, so I started laughing, running to first, and then halfway to second, because it was up there for a while, I turned back and I see you guys going crazy. And so I'm just head down chuckling. I say to the pitcher, go pitch, because he threw me a pitch.
Oh, you chirped around the base pad?
No. I said to him, I was like, that was a good pitch, because he was throwing me something that he knew would have been tough.
We play an underhand softball.
It was low and inside.
These guys aren't taking the catcher's call.
He tried walking me. Anyways, by the time I say something to him, I turn again, and I see you guys screaming at the umpire.
Well, for those of you who don't know, the league that we're in, it only allows you to hit 2 home runs a game because the field's relatively small. And on the 3rd home run, it's considered an out.
Yeah.
So they hit 2 home runs today that were outs,
yeah,
which actually ended up coming up huge. So you want to save your home runs.
Yeah.
So we hit 1 earlier in the game, a 3-run shot, and then we saved it. And the ump tried fucking saying that we used up both of our home runs. I actually think he got so afraid of all of us in his face to the point where he was like, all right, home run.
Yeah.
Point is, Jack walked us off today. The boys put a win in the win column for the first time. We're 1-1 this year. We play every Sunday. It's fucking electric. If you're in New York City, come to the East River.
Yeah, we need people.
Dude, this team today showed up with fans, and we shut them up.
And they had 8.
So if you're in the New York City area, okay, you're engaged. If you're in the New York City area and you want to watch some softball on Sunday afternoon, we need a crowd. Shoot us a DM. We'll catch you at the East.
If we go deep, I might get the fam involved and just get a rowdy crowd, like a 3-hour drinking.
We'll buy
event.
them. Yeah, we'll buy them beers.
Yeah. All right. Well, anyways, My walk-off or the San Diego State buzzer beater, definitely on similar levels.
I'll tell you one thing. Our team did a lot better job at recognizing the moment than Jim Nance and his partner did last night.
Oh my God. How's that happen?
You would have it seemed like Jim Nance just sinked a putt on the 8th green and had to be quiet about it.
I mean,
an all-time moment. San Diego State gets the stop, comes down the court, nearly steps out of bounds too, and then drains it. I think we all knew that it was going in. I thought about something about this. True or false? People act like they like Cinderella stories, but when it gets to the end, nobody really wants them there.
well, I think that San Diego State and FAU are the same to me in terms of Cinderella-ness. Like 5'9".
Neither were supposed to be there.
Yeah, neither are like blue blood programs, right? And then
Yeah,
FAU,
it's a Pac-12. What do they play in the Pac-12?
Mountain West.
Mountain
They're not
West,
even
alright.
Power 5. So FAU is like 35-3 this year. So I view them as good as San Diego State, and obviously with the game ending the way it did.
But what do you think about that? I think that people like the idea of Cinderellas on day 1 and 2.
People like the idea of March on day 1 and 2.
Right, but when it comes down to the Final Four,
Yeah, you want the best players in the best games. Like everyone would love if the 8 seed beats the Nuggets or beats the Bucks in the playoffs, but like we don't want Timberwolves versus,
the script's out.
some
The script is out.
Wait, there's an NBA script?
You didn't see it?
No, the TikTok?
No, the script is out.
Oh.
Yeah, you didn't see it? For your Timberwolves,
Really?
unfortunately, Naz Reid went down, and he's out for a month. But Shams pretty much tweeted, not if the Wolves make the Western Conference
Wow.
Finals, he'll be back. He said he'll be back for the Western Conference Finals. So the script is out. The Minnesota Timberwolves are going to be in the conference
Who do they
finals this
play?
year. That's part of the script I haven't seen yet.
Okay.
That
All
part
right.
of the script I haven't seen yet.
Well, that moment was electric, and yes, there may be something on that side of the court in Houston. Meanwhile, my Huskies, one more, baby. One more for my Huskies.
You have an explanation to the fam as to why you're not in Houston?
Yeah, Casey,
Is a bitch.
yeah, pretty much that. Otherwise, I would be riding my Huskies. Like you said, no one cares about the Cinderella. No one is rooting for San Diego State tomorrow. Am I going to hedge?
Whoa. What?
Are you rooting for San Diego State? Why?
See, you put me in between a rock and a hard place because, like, I'm totally fine with, like, hating on you big time in any fashion, root against your team, root against your bet.
Yeah, but
But
when
like,
you
when
have
it's
no-
a big bet,
You got no
I feel
dog
like
in
a
the fight.
real dickhead rooting
But
against.
why
like
would
yesterday,
you root for San Diego State?
Well, if I bet on them.
Oh, okay.
Yesterday, I was rooting for UConn, but I
Yeah.
genuinely thought Miami was going to win.
Right, that's fine.
And that's what I feel about tomorrow.
And
I think San Diego State wins.
did you see the BR betting video? So
Maybe.
homie had futures on FAU to win the national championship, something like a few hundred to win 100 racks. And one of the BR betting guys who I know went crazy when they made the buzzer beater, and everyone was like, yeah, like understand the situation. And it's the same thing. You might think Miami's going to win. If you bet on them, you're absolutely entitled to root for them. But you don't come in the group chat if you win, $118 and ruin, and the other side loses thousands. Like, yo, like, let's go, So just know your.
My thing with San Diego State going into this game tomorrow, and then UConn last night against Miami did exactly what they've been doing the entire tournament and has dominated from start to finish. But the way that my brain is wired is that something has to give.
Well, the fact that everyone watched both games and their conclusion was like, oh my God, I'll bet UConn at any number. I'm hammering UConn. I was like, God damn it. Like,
Yeah, right.
Like, why? So
That's also why.
So I don't
San
think I'm
Diego
going to
State's gonna win.
hedge. I don't think I'm going to hedge, but I actually am interested in like a middle opportunity. So for those who don't know, I bet $238
Why?
on UConn.
Is that the balance?
No, because it gave me a clean 5,000.
Okay.
So I bet 238 to win 5,000 on UConn pre-tournament. They're one game away. They're minus 300 to win the game. So it's a good
hedge.
Are you a hedge guy?
Hedge. No, I have to make sure that you see both sides.
Okay. So
What is the San Diego State money line?
it's like you could find it 210 to probably 230. So if I put even 1,000, then I'm pretty much locking in anywhere from 2,300 to $4,000. But I might go for the middle. So you bet San Diego State plus 8 or 7.5, whatever it is. Oh, no, I think is it down to 5.5? Because it got up to 7. It did, and it went to 7.5.
Oh, everyone loved it. All right, so
Yeah.
San Diego State's winning this.
Well, I don't know if they win, but I don't think they lose by double digits because UConn smashed.
I like the
everyone.
middle.
Right.
I like the middle.
So if
play.
I play SDSU plus 8,
It's actually
or
the total
7.5
opposite of a hedge.
No, because if UConn wins and covers, I still win 3, and if UConn wins by 7, then I win 7, which kind of sounds it sounds like the vibe.
Sounds like, but that's my whole thing with UConn is that they've been dominating from start to finish this entire tournament. Even if like the people that just watched last night thought the exact same thing,
Yeah.
and at some point I'm just like, this has got to stop. And you look at a team like San Diego State. They strap
up, and in a rock fight, getting 7 points is like getting 10 to 12 points. So
I like that. I'm rock fight.
Yeah, that's what they call it.
What in the unders?
Huh?
Like when it's all unders.
When it's just like a tough.
When you have to win ugly.
Exactly, because imagine fighting.
So that's the analysis. UConn has been steamrolling everyone. San Diego State has to try and win ugly.
That was a little Bill Raftery in you. I like that.
Who's Bill Rafferty? I know the name.
He's the name. Onions.
Ah.
They open up in a little a little kiss off the glass. Do we want to talk NBA? I don't know why Eagleson necessarily put it on.
We're coming in for a landing.
With what?
We're coming the season.
Yeah.
We're coming in for a landing. 1 week left before the play-in tournament. I do want to talk about the Wolves on a serious note right now. There was a big game last night in the West between the Wolves and the Lakers. The winner moved up to the 7. The loser, I believe, dropped to the
9.
Yeah. You bet the Minnesota Timberwolves to go to the finals, win the West, right?
Pelly's
Not win
too.
the finals.
Pelly's too.
And the Pelly. So you have 2 play-in teams. And the Knicks. That's your portfolio heading into these playoffs?
Yeah, baby.
Okay, diverse. What do you think? Do you think
I'm just, as your friend, you know how you helped me with the hedge? I'm just going to help you and say, are you sure you want to sit like this? Like, are you positive? Knowing what has transpired over the last week, I'm not saying necessarily that there's anything, like, strongly wrong with it. I'm just helping you see both sides, as you said.
Clip this.
Okay. You want open legs, leg up.
Dude, this looks cash.
Okay.
This looks cool.
Yeah. Okay.
I can sit like this, but that doesn't negate the fact that you bet on the Minnesota Timberwolves to go to the NBA Finals.
I know.
I think we talked about your rationale. You think they have a good starting 5, and that's real.
Incredible depth.
Pause. They might not even make the playoffs.
So, why do you think the odds are likely?
But you can't win the West if you don't make the playoffs.
Do you think we're not going to get in? I mean,
what's the status right now?
We play the Thunder. We would play the Thunder.
And you have to win 1
2. You'd have to
win 2.
Yeah. So Pelicans would have to beat the Lakers, and then the Wolves would have to beat the Lakers. So I could knock Bron out and have the 7 and the 8 seed. That would be electric.
I don't think you guys get in. But
do you think I'll get 1 in?
So that would mean it would have to be Lakers Thunder, the other 2?
Yeah.
I think you get 1 in.
Okay.
I think you're more likely to get the Pels. Assuming so, you've done enough research on this bet, right?
Yeah.
Can I get a Zion update?
Zion should be back on Tuesday.
Is that a source?
No. That's we could get in there. But he'll be back for the play-in. Now, he looks a little beefier than when he exited the Plains establishment, but yeah, the Pelicans were the 1 seed in the what? Now, like I'm all. Losing.
You won't find me slandering your Pelicans.
Okay,
bet, by the
so
way.
you're in there.
I'm in on the Pelicans.
Yeah.
Zion's in.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah. The Wolves, you know, if we didn't lose Naz Reid, we'd be in a better spot. But we'll see. We'll see.
If you were going to, knowing where the standings are right now and how much of this is Kyrie's word, not mine, a clusterfuck the West is.
Yeah.
Who would you pick right now to come out of the West?
To come out of the West, who would I pick right now? Like, no odds attached.
Yeah, no odds, nothing. But the seeding remains. So, like, try and read the map. Read the bracket.
Reading the map. Ooh, who would I pick? I would go Suns and Nuggets. I think the odds are right.
I forgot about the Suns.
Yeah. And now, so what's really interesting, because now that I track daily the Western Conference standings, is the Suns are locked into the 4, and Golden State and the Clippers are throwing the 5. Like, they're trying to get to the 6.
Wants to beam.
But the 6 is actually only a game and a half up on the 7. So
yeah, it's a clusterfuck.
It's a clusterfuck. And by the way, Kyrie, they're not making the playoffs. They're done. They're out.
Yeah.
The Mavs are not going to make it.
You know what I have a bad feeling about? What if the Warriors do it again?
They could.
They could. I saw that they might get Wiggins back soon, and I was like,
it's
gonna happen.
Yeah.
This is how it's gonna go down.
If
they're gonna play the Kings in the first round and then play the Grizzlies in the second.
Yeah. Yep. Yep, GG's in the
I
chat.
think I might need to bet the Warriors to win the West.
Will I hedge Warriors Pelicans conference finals? That's the question at hand.
Walk before you run, my brother.
The East seems a little bit easier. It seems like
I mean, the East has the 3 best teams in the NBA.
yeah.
As far
Yeah.
as the
Yeah.
East
Knicks, Bucks, and Celtics.
the East is
Yeah.
The East is let's fast forward to the Eastern Conference Finals as soon as possible. I want to fast forward as well. I don't want to experience the second round.
Wouldn't it be funny if like we put you in a well, okay, I'm not gonna go that direction. More like if we simulated and you woke up and the first thing you did, you knew when you checked your phone in the morning, it was gonna tell you, did the Sixers make the conference finals or not? Like that rush would probably be like must-watch TV. What if I locked you in this room?
Like, you ever see those dumbass girls and they're like, when they've their phone set up with their 2 parents around them and all their college gear, and they're like opening up the acceptance letter. All that. I was like, give me a fucking break.
Wait, what if we locked you in this room for 2 weeks, no phone, just MLB The Show, and after the 2 weeks, you got to come out and check if the Sixers made the conference finals or not?
So do I get anything?
MLB The Show.
I already have that.
Oh, you get the Sixers in the conference finals.
Oh, all I have to do is stay in here for 2 weeks?
Or not. So you would opt out of that. It would be funny content, though.
Sit in this room for 2 weeks?
Yeah.
No, I'd get roasted for how I sit for an entire 2 weeks.
True.
So I kind of think that the Warriors. I don't
That's
know.
your pick.
It's not my pick.
If Wiggins is back, I'm with you.
The Suns are my pick, and the only reason is because you can
Chris
say what
Paul's
you want about
addicted.
the Warriors, but there is enough data now to realize that this team is dumb trash on the road, and they're gonna have to go on the road a lot as the 6th seed, and that's just how I kind of like. You don't just forget about that.
They only go on the road one more time though, which is 12% more.
But
right?
but if they drop one at home,
Yeah.
then that's where it comes into
Yeah.
play is
But
being
if
on the
they
road.
steal one,
They stink on the road. They're
Yeah.
unbelievable at home. But everybody in the Western Conference, when they line up against them in a game, is going to be afraid to play them because
Yeah.
they still are the Warriors.
that's who teams fear. You don't want to catch Golden State. The Lakers, you don't want to play in theory.
People are
you don't
afraid
wanna
of the
pl-
Lakers.
But all right, Suns, Lakers. All right, let's rank them. Let's rank them really quickly. Who do you think is most feared to least feared in the Western Conference?
Suns,
Okay.
Warriors,
Yep.
Lakers.
Over the Nuggets?
Yes.
I don't know.
Yeah.
That's not true.
It's all vibes. Whereas Warriors, you're afraid of them for legitimate reasons because
Yeah.
they won a championship last year. They've won 4 in X amount of years. I'm sorry, I'm not buying into this Mario Chalmers bullshit. People are afraid.
No, of
Mario
course.
LeBron.
But I think that people still know that the Nuggets are better than the Lakers. Now, that doesn't mean that they have to fear them the most, but we'll see. In the East, I think all 3 top seeds will clean up. It looks like it's going to be Bucks, Boston, you guys, right? Pretty locked?
But we're locked at 3.
Okay.
Boston could jump Milwaukee. They're a game and a half out right now. We
Yeah.
play Milwaukee and Boston, I believe, these next 2 games.
Okay.
yeah.
Good test or no? That's what's interesting.
Fuck the test. Fuck everything. Just make sure Joel doesn't hurt anything.
Gotcha. So if you could, you'd sit everyone tonight outside of the MVP. You wouldn't play him against Boston because you don't want to show your hand to Boston. You might play them.
I'm not at the point where I'm sitting these guys
Yeah.
because I still think it's important for them to get time together, even though they've been together all year. But my point is, I don't really care win or loss tonight against Milwaukee. I don't care about that against Boston. I care that Joel Embiid isn't wearing a fucking mask in 2 weeks.
So do you buy stock in the Celtics beating the Bucks by 40 or 1 of 82?
1 of 82.
Okay.
1 of 82.
I'm with you. I think
Here's
there's
the
no
thing.
statement win.
The jokes are going to come, and they're not really jokes because, again, they're facts. The Sixers haven't made it out of the second round since 2001.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
That's a long time.
it is. But tell me I'm wrong.
You're wrong.
Boston looks like they can be had.
Yeah, but
Big
you're
time.
not the team for it
Why?
because
I think we are the team for it.
No, because they own you, and I think there's a little bit. Normally, I'm not in the ownership department because it's different teams. Why do I care if they have your number in 2012? None of the but. They've owned you literally for the last 5 years, and it's the same core on both sides for the most part. Obviously, pieces come in and out. Look at you staring into the abyss. You're like, God, they really do.
I'm staring right at the voice meter too. That's in Celtics green. It's
Yeah.
like, it's just.
Yeah. They own you.
No,
But
they own
who
us.
knows?
They
Who
own
knows?
us.
Who knows?
But you know,
Maybe this time it'll be different.
don't they send out people on loans in soccer too when they own players?
They do. They do. All right, let's get into our cap of the week. My cap of the week is Falcons head coach Arthur Smith. The quote was that he reiterated today that the plan is for Desmond Ridder to be their starting quarterback, and they expect to see significant growth out of him. Cap?
His height?
Cap?
Maybe he's not done growing.
No, he's a little older too.
Could not be done. You never know.
Yeah. I get you got to say something. You want to build up this young quarterback's confidence, but do you actually believe to see actually, you know what? Maybe it's not Cap. Ridder was really, 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 really bad last year. Really bad.
He's got to grow.
So, yeah, I'm a regression guy off the top guy, so I guess I can't hate on Arthur Smith for being a progression guy after a really poor performance.
Let's keep it in the NFL. My next cap goes out to a lot of teams that I'm reading about. It came out wildly this week, I think on like Wednesday, that a lot of teams, and the first one I saw was the Raiders at 7, are taking...
The Raiders.
Right. Are taking Jalen Carter off of their draft board.
Because he's going to get drafted earlier?
Exactly. That's why you're taking him off, because he's that fucking good. Think about the NFL, right?
The Raiders.
No, that's not even this angle I'm going at. It's way worse. Bless you.
Thank you.
Tyreek Hill.
We don't even need to list them out.
Kareem Hunt.
I think we get the gist.
Antonio Brown. Newsflash. No one gives a fuck in this league what you do off the field. Jalen Carter the entire year, outside of the quarterbacks, was the number one guy. Now, he apparently looked fat at his pro day. First off, if I was like touted that high, I would throw pro days. I would fuck around.
No.
I guess you are costing yourself millions of dollars by going from 3 to 4.
Millions.
That's bullshit. I still believe that Jalen Carter will 1,000% be a top 10 pick. However, I do think it's in teams 1 of 9's best interest to take him off their draft board. That's
Are you 10?
Yes, that is how I view it.
Him and Jordan Davis together?
That's
again?
meaty.
That is
meaty. But I don't know. I'm not buying any of this. I've never seen something like that before. Like, we've always seen things that have gone on in the background when these draft prospects are getting evaluated. I've never seen something that was we've taken him off the board. A top 10 guy, maybe like a middle round guy who has question marks around him, not Jalen Carter.
Yeah, like I heard that the Knicks are taking Brandon. What's his name? Miller. Brandon Miller off their.
I think the Sixers have taken Wembayama off their draft board too. You never want a guy in the Wells Fargo who could do a putback dunk off his own fucking missed three.
The internet graphic.
Hold on,
week.
I have a second.
Yeah.
I have a second cap of the week. I believe while this is going on, LSU probably just became national championships for the women.
Let's see. Yeah.
LSU just beat the Iowa Caitlin Clark's. So what does the national championship in women's basketball do to people like Jack and I? Well, I was with Jack yesterday. We're discussing Caitlin Clark and how she's just out of this world.
Nasty.
And he actually looked me in the eye and said, "But she would probably beat us, right?"
She would.
And I was like, "Yeah, she would cook us." But it just spurs that question every time. And then I looked it up today. I was like, "Yeah, maybe I could." I saw she's 6 foot, 155 pounds. 6 foot? Fine. Ain't no way that girl's 155 pounds.
You think she's lighter?
She's skin and fucking bones. She's got a cold heart, though. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
What an unbelievable tournament from Caitlin Clark.
So I looked it up because we did a segment on could she play in the men's Final Four, which after some of the free throw shooting and just general shooting from last night's games, I'm pretty convinced that she could. But Marquise Noel, 160 pounds, 5'8".
Also,
just food for thought.
Caitlin Clark's like average depth of made three was like
NBA
35
range.
feet or something ridiculous.
And so contested, it's nuts.
It's a Steph Curry. It's Caitlin Curry is what it really is.
Yeah, it's Stephen Clark. But our internet graphic of the week is the other alien now on the men's side. And we actually, Abe ascertained this from San Quinn, CBS, 2 days ago when you sent this in the group.
Something like that.
That is before, and let's make this clear, that is before we saw the highlight of Victor Wembanyama. No one was even talking about what I was most locked in on was the fact that he went with an insane handle, dribble, cross, behind the back cross, step back, smooth KD looking three, and then caught the putback.
Brick.
Caught the putback and jammed it home all in one motion. So, from Sam Quinn, CBS, I think there are 13 players whose teams wouldn't trade them for Wembanyama. Giannis, Luka, Tatum, Jokic, Embiid, Mitchell, Mobley, Morant, Booker, Durant, Steph, and an SGA. I think on value alone, the number one pick could be traded for basically any other player. I think we're going to probably...
There's a caveat here.
Yeah.
So I did a deep dive on Sam Quinn's Twitter.
Yeah.
He is the Evan Mobley Gluck 3000 master.
Yeah.
Because when I first saw this tweet, the first thing that came to mind was there's an imposter among us. And then I scrolled Sam Quinn's Twitter, and he has to own more Evan Mobley cards than you do Rui Hachimura for the way that
Is he a Cleveland guy?
No, he's a Spurs guy.
Gotcha. People are high on...
he's sick, Mobley.
On Mobley. And he's getting even better, even though he only had 7 boards the other night when we needed him to get 10, which was really weird behavior from him. But let's just first start with this list. It's taking into account age, contract,
sure,
all that stuff. So I actually enjoy this. Is there anyone left off this list that comes to mind?
There are names on this list that I don't know.
No, I know, but are there names off first that come to mind?
I need something in front.
Like Lillard?
Brunson.
Is Lillard on that list?
Well, there's no such thing as a trade out of Portland because he's loyal.
He is
so
too.
It's just like
Zion? Is Zion on that list?
After this year, me personally, he's on that list.
Yeah.
I love Zion, and I've always been proven over potential type guy.
Yeah.
I even think there's guys on this, like I wouldn't do Steph. I would trade Steph.
No.
I would trade Steph.
Nah,
I would trade Jokic.
Nah.
That wasn't.
Nah, you're bugging out.
I would maybe trade Morant. No, I wouldn't.
I would trade Devin Booker though.
I wouldn't. Like, what about Jaylen Brown?
That's a good one.
What about Trae Young?
So this is your classic. You could have a boat or the mystery box, and the boat could be in the mystery box. But I only think this is how
or a bicycle could be in the mystery box.
Right. In theory, this is the only players in that list that I don't think have, like, even if Wembanyama plays out to be who we expect him to be, I wouldn't trade Giannis.
How do you expect Wembanyama to be? Because I think we have two.
Sorry. His potential, right? If he reaches his ceiling. Giannis, like, I don't know if he would ever be better than Giannis, even in that scenario. And I'd rather have Luka. Outside of that, given age and contract, that might be it for me. I'm not a huge Tatum guy.
Wow, we flipped.
He's in. I mean, he's clearly in the superstar category.
Is he a superstar?
He is, but
So Sam Quinn, is he to Jack Settleman?
No, he is.
Okay.
He is. Do you think he's a superstar at this point, right?
He
got his own Jordan shoe.
I admit it. Yeah, I admit it.
But Wembanyama, I'm just Tatum. He's a scorer to me, and they seem like I don't know. Jalen Brunson
Here's
at 48 points.
You want to talk about age? You want to talk about contract?
Yeah.
Tyrese Halliburton.
Tyrese Halliburton. Nah, you're playing for upside with Wembanyama. You put Steph on the list. That's insane because this is actually maybe his best season ever, and his game is also going to age well. Kevin Durant, to me, I know
Steph's game is going to age well.
Yeah.
No, it's not. He's got the ankles of fucking.
No, it's going to age well. Shooter, like think about JJ Redick played till he was 40. I'm not saying that he's going to be a superstar when he's 43, but your body's not.
His job's just to come off screens and chuck.
Yeah, like Klay Thompson.
He's not running an offense.
No,
as far as aging well, but he's an aging guard.
I mean, no, he is still dominating today. Ant Edwards, get him the fuck off the list. Get him off the list. Sorry, Ant, you're my boy. If you want to talk Jaden McDaniels,
what's wrong with Ant?
If you want to talk Jaden McDaniels,
what's wrong with Ant?
Because Ant right now is 23 a night and like not even the best player on his team. And I get that he's 21, but
who's the best player on their team?
Cat. I think people think Cat's the best one on the team today.
I think that is a scorching hot take. And
Today?
Yeah.
Today? No.
Put out a poll after this.
I'm on Minnesota Twitter. No, I need to get
Cat's a homegrown boy, though.
Yeah, he is. Devin Booker, I would be fine
You
trading.
didn't say anything about Embiid.
Embiid, I guess I can't say anything because it's kind of like Lamar Jackson of basketball. Like, could you trade in Embiid for a younger rookie contract with, equivalent potential? Yes, but no, I'd rather have Joel Embiid who might win the MVP. Donovan Mitchell.
Spider's growing on me big time.
He's going to torch the Knicks in the playoffs. It's going to be sensational. I don't know. SGA, I think at this point, SGA can stay on the list for me just because of his age. But
De'Aaron Fox?
no.
Sabonis?
No. Jimmy Butler, Julius
fuck
Randle, Tobias. Put you in a little pickle there.
Quite the pickle.
Yeah. You'd probably give up Tobias for
He's
Wemby.
expiring next year. That's the only reason,
right.
probably.
Harden? Also a Houston Rockets. So,
Also expiring this year.
No, but the pick and roll with Harden and Wemby next year is
It
going to
looks
go
not as good as it is with Embiid.
crazy. Yeah, if Wemby puts on weight, it's probably GG's for the league. All right, let's get into Monday Mailbag. We've got some great questions, or a great question from Titan in the Discord. You can find the Discord in the description on our YouTube channel. Monday Mailbag. If you could put wings on any animal, what would it be?
I'll go first because you have a lot to dive into with this question. Two animals came to mind. The first one is because it's my favorite animal in the entire world. Could you imagine a fucking lion with wings? King of the jungle as is. And now they're paroling the air?
Yeah.
Like, unbelievable.
Who's king of the air, in your opinion?
King of the air.
Like, who's the most dominant flying
Pat
animal?
Mahomes.
No. What?
King of the air.
No, like flying animal. And I feel like the American gut answer, especially for you and probably for Andrew, is like
Dragon.
the eagle. Oh, dragon. Okay.
Are dragons real?
Yeah. Yeah, they are.
Like real, not the fucking Komodo dragons you keep in a cage.
Yeah, they're real.
A fucking dragon?
Yeah. Not like Game of Thrones dragons. They're extinct.
They don't breathe. They existed?
Yeah, they're dinosaurs. I swear.
Dragons are dinosaurs?
Yes.
I know you're pulling this
No,
out.
I swear on my life.
Did they breathe fire? No shot. That's a movie thing.
Did dragons breathe fire? That
Dude,
I
it's
don't
Steve
know.
Irwin with a podcast. Relax. So the first one is going to be a lion because they're my favorite animals. And then recently I've seen on my Twitter timeline like killer whales and orcas. They're fucking massive. You put wings on one of those and like you figure out the whole breathe out of water type thing. First off, it looks majestic. So I'm going to go lion or orca.
Those wings would be huge.
Huge. And I don't, you know what it reminds me of? For those of you, I'm going to age myself with this one. The show Avatar, The Last Airbender, where Aang has his pet, I forget what he is, but his name's Appa. And he goes, yep. That's what I think of with an orca with wings, is Appa from Avatar. So orca or lion. If I had to choose one, lions are close to home, but I'm totally doing some research on dragons after this.
Yeah.
So you're telling me, one, they're technically dinosaurs.
They are. Yeah.
They existed.
Yep.
They no longer exist.
Correct. Well, they do in much smaller.
And you're
form.
not positive if they actually breathe
unsure if they breathed fire.
But
That
maybe.
seems unlikely. But that would be sick.
There's no way that they're fucking. You're making this up.
No. The first three parts are definitely true. My answer, I'm going to answer this initially with the question: what are we trying to accomplish here with the wings?
There's not always like a goal, Jack.
No, I'm not.
Like, not everything's a business.
Yeah, I'm not trying to be entrepreneurial here and be like, oh, if a giraffe had wings and we could lease them out and we could charge $80 an hour. It's more, are we trying to die or
Why
like,
would you want to die?
like if you picked an orca, that just seems like
No,
mass
I was
destruction.
acting with under the assumption that whichever animal I grant wings, like automatically gives me immunity. Like that orca's not coming after me.
Right, but everyone else.
Just game be the game.
Or is it for your own benefit? Because is it a pet? Is it a pet? Because then
Can I fly a flying orca?
yeah, that's what I mean.
Yep.
Yeah, That would be hype.
You know what? Maybe just, I don't know, answer the question.
Okay. And then the third thought I just had was, should I pick an animal that I think would be delicious, like chicken wings, but instead
Pig wings?
Yeah, what if
Beef
bacon
wings?
had wings?
Wait, beef wings. Isn't that just bone-in steak?
No, that's a different part of their body. All right, so my answer is a hippopotamus.
Did you know that the hippopotamus is the most dangerous animal on the planet, other than an orca or a killer whale?
Other than a dragon. Fire-breathing dragon.
No, actually, hippopotamus are the most
they're killers.
They have one of the most like they're
Have you ever seen their teeth?
yeah, their death per whatever bite is wild. Their DPB. Their war is crazy.
Their war is
Have you ever
crazy.
seen a hippopotamus's vorp?
It's like Nikola Jokic. All right, let's go to big news. We probably should have talked about this earlier when we were talking NBA, but congrats to the NBA on completing the CBA. No lockout.
I thought there would be.
So for those who don't know, the CBA is essentially the agreed upon rules between the Players Association and the NBA. Normally, it leads to a lot of negotiating. Apparently, CJ McCollum is too locked in on winning the West than doing a good job, according to Draymond Green. That would be funny. Warriors, Pelicans, conference finals. And after every game, instead of talking about the games, Draymond gets on his podcast.
Wait, are they beefing?
Yeah.
Draymond and CJ?
Well, CJ's the president, and Draymond is shitting on how the players negotiated.
Why? What's he saying?
That they lost. We'll go through Draymond's tweets later.
Shut the fuck up, Draymond Green. I hate you.
But maybe he's right. Anyways, we are going to smash or
He just likes to just put his fucking
no,
nose where it doesn't belong.
That is like a Draymond topic.
Exactly, but it's just like I hate him.
Okay. Anyways, we're smashing or passing the new CBA rules and comings from the contract. All right.
Pause.
First one, in-season tournament, a Final Four in Vegas, and $500K to the winning player on each team, or the winning players on the winning team.
Pass.
Wow.
Except for you wanting to go to Vegas for the Final Four of the fucking play-in tournament. Listen,
That's a smash, a hard smash.
what?
Yeah,
Why the fuck do you care about a mid-season tournament?
because,
Rings, banners.
well, you got rings and banners. You've got player development for younger players, which I think is fun. You've got, most importantly, this is the American way to look at it, is go, oh, in-season tournament, they got to work more. Ugh, gross, pass. In England, winning the mid-season tournament, which they have 3 of, is almost as prestigious. It's not as the Premier League or Champions League, but it's meaningful. Like, it is very, very meaningful. Why do they benefit from that? Because they have years and years, centuries of history. So in year one, when the Jazz win the midseason tournament because David Abaji goes off, we'll make fun of it. Twitter will have a time. But over the course of 50 years, hypothetically, this could be fun.
So you're saying, okay, let me get this straight. You're saying that 50 years from now, we're going to look at NBA in-season tournament banners the same way that way that we judge like a Premier League championship.
No. I said they're not at that level, but
I said in 50 years.
I'm saying that more people will watch and care about in 50 years than Bucks Sixers tonight or any other game that's taking place right now.
It'll be on national television. They'll put it in front of your face.
It's meaningful
At the end of the day,
basketball.
nobody gives a fuck.
People love tournament style.
If it's
The WBC was electric because it was in a
It's
tournament.
America's pastime.
World Cup, tournament. People love tournament structures because of the drama, the winner take all, and I think this is awesome for the
I
NBA.
am passing on this only until I get to see how the winning team celebrates at the final buzzer.
It's more you gotta
That's the thing. Should be like, can you tell me fucking Giannis and the Bucks, like if they win the first?
Do you think they'll play? I don't think they'll play.
Like, how does that work?
Yeah.
Who plays?
There are rules, but I didn't want to get into
It should be for all the teams that aren't currently in the playoffs, and a win of the tournament locks them into the 10 seed.
No, it should lock you into first pick. That's how you should fucking do it.
Play for first overall pick.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pass
Play
that
for
one.
seeding.
Let's keep going. We got some more.
Play for seeding. All right, next one. Smash or pass. The new awards format. 65 games required and permissionless awards for the All-NBA team.
Smash.
See, that's your type of girl. That is not really anyone else's.
Why?
Because
No, whoa. Everyone's yelling pounding the table for positionless All NBA teams.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
No one is pounding the table outside of Philadelphia.
That's not true.
That is true. That is. No one is like.
Everyone on Twitter agrees how fucking stupid it is that the number.
Okay, that's fine.
No, it's not just Philadelphia. Shut up.
Who is it? Name another team that cares. That cares.
Not team.
That cares.
People on Twitter.
Okay, that cares. Not that it
Sam
says
Quinn,
it's
CBS.
Oh, you saw his tweet?
I'm sure
he wants Evan Mobley in as
You're
a
telling me
guard.
that nobody is excited about this positionless? The fact that
I didn't say that.
in
I said no one's
back-to-back
pounding
years,
the table.
all right. So tell me it doesn't make sense. In
It
back-to-back
does.
years,
Fine.
the runner-up for MVP was second team All NBA.
It only matters because it affects contracts. I wouldn't have a problem if Jokic won MVP and was claimed to be the best center, that the second best center goes on the second team. I would not hate that structure.
Do you hate the
I
effect?
I wouldn't hate specific positions, and people should have to claim what position they're going preseason. That would be fun.
What about like something like with the All-Star game?
Like imagine going into the season and Embiid's like, fuck it.
point guard.
Yeah, shooting guard.
does bring the ball up.
Shooting
Like-
guards are weak.
But think about this: the All-Star game. Think about where the MVP odds and how the season was early in the year. With Giannis, Tatum, Durant, and Embiid all being in the East, one of them wasn't going to be a starter.
Yeah.
At that point in the beginning of the year, those four,
Fuck.
right? Give a fuck, but it makes a ton of
No,
sense.
it makes sense.
That's
I
why
agree.
it's a smash.
I'm just making fun of you pounding the table.
The pass on this is if someone plays 64 games
Yeah.
and doesn't get on a team.
I actually think they did asterisk that. I think they said there's certain circumstances
Steps?
that
They stepped
they
it?
stepped it, which is smart. Like, let's just evaluate what's going on. If a player plays a long enough season and sits out the play-in tournament or the in-season tournament, maybe it shouldn't affect them. But all right, next thing, players can own teams, smash or pass.
Tatum's owned us for years. Pass.
That's a smash for me, but once again, that's my
Players can own teams.
Yeah, own equity in a team.
So, like, can a free agency pitch be, we'll give you
Yeah.
equity?
Yeah.
Can that be part of the contract?
Yes, not technically though. I believe the NBA PA has to work with the venture capital firm to ascertain the equity.
Second time you've used ascertain this
I know,
podcast.
yeah.
You learned that word yesterday.
No, I don't know. When it was coming out of my mouth that second time, I was like, that's
Pause.
probably an overusage. Yeah, I like it. I think it just adds tremendous.
Is this fat radio? Me put my feet
Yeah,
up?
yeah. It just adds tremendous opportunity for like LeBron to take ownership in the Las Vegas expansion team, but Bronny gets drafted to Orlando, and then Orlando plays Vegas. Like it'll get funky without a doubt. But
Imagine Bron like Instagram caption after he drops like 22 on 8 of 20 shooting against like the Timberwolves, and like 3 months before that he bought a minority stake and was just like, I own you off and on the court, king shit, Bronny next.
All right, smash or pass. Players can promote gambling or cannabis companies.
Smash.
Yeah,
What do I give a fuck?
yeah. Let's go.
Until they start throwing games.
Yeah, they cannot promote anything tied to gambling, but they can promote the gambling companies. That's what's written. Not sure how the hell that's going to work, but I'm excited to see how they figure that out. I proposed to Underdog yesterday getting Julius Randle to dunk on me for the Underdog Sportsbook commercial. Thoughts?
Genius.
Yeah.
Genius.
Yeah. Players can't enter through high school still. Smash or pass?
Pass. Smash.
Why?
I don't know.
That's a pass for me. Why? Who cares? If a player can make it, who cares?
I guess you're right.
Let them make
I mean,
their
that was a
decision.
little bit of a boomer. I was trying to think of like why, because I love the tournament and I really don't give a shit about college basketball.
Yeah.
So
All right, last one. No marijuana testing.
smash.
Yeah, it's a smash. That's
For sure.
just let it rock.
Let it rock.
I just want to rock.
Like, at what point will we be able to like notably tell if someone's high on the court?
Players get high
On the
and
court.
play. I think so. Well, not
We got to
on
start
the-
asking our guests that.
Yeah,
Like, yo, you stoned on the court.
yeah. All right, let's get Eagleson in here for the final finish.
Remember how LeBron was eating popcorn courtsside?
Yeah.
What if he was stoned?
Smoking it. Oh, I thought you were saying like, what if he just smoked it?
No, what if he was like fried? It was illegal then.
Yeah. Well, it was legal Not if you got caught, though. Eagleson,
Eagle man.
Yo,
what's going on?
can you guys tell me if the Raptors are any good? I just saw they clinched a spot in the play-in. Nothing.
That doesn't that answer your question?
I mean,
Well,
I guess.
to be fair, he did just hear us talking about the Lakers being the second most dangerous team in the West, and they're in the play.
Right. They have LeBron James, not Chris Boucher.
Yeah. So
Fire.
the Raptors are playing good ball, and they are.
We just busted them.
And I actually have never understood why the Raptors aren't good this year. Like, they have really solid pieces. So, but I think this is what they are. They're like
They've got fire role pieces for sale that could all warrant 3 picks,
yeah.
but none of them are going to be your
no
guy.
superstars. But Siakam's he was the number 2 on that team that beat the
Yep.
Sixers. I mean, the Warriors in the championship. All right, Eagleson, what else you got going on for us?
I mean, just some Dolphin stuff in the news. Nothing too crazy, really, but
Can
we can
I
get
ask,
into it.
we haven't checked in a little while. How's school going?
School is brutal. School blows.
College is sick. School sucks.
Yes, exactly.
But how are things going
With your marks.
Yeah, with the marks.
I'm passing every class. I'm not failing anything, but some are close, and other ones are just not fun. I don't know. It's just the
property
workload compared to high
insurance isn't your
school
thing?
is a lot. What'd you say?
I said property insurance isn't your thing.
Apparently not. Neither is economics or actually economics
Yeah,
is okay.
make sure you study though. Get some good.
What
grades.
is your thing?
Ooh.
Producing this podcast, I
That's a
don't know.
good
take it.
fucking
We'll take
answer.
it.
Good
We'll take
answer. Well, I believe it's Sunday, which means we have to talk some Miami Dolphins in the final. NHL playoffs are approaching, but we'll catch up with Eagleson on Wednesday or Thursday about the latest around the NHL. Eagleson, final Finit, are you ready?
I'm so ready. Let's do it.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
It's been 8,128 days since the Miami Dolphins last won a playoff game. And I'm not sure how many times other Dolphins fans or other people are going to bring this up, but for the love of God, we are not signing Lamar Jackson. We would need to clear over $30 million in cap space to make it work, which would lead the league, by the way. And of course, that amount of money would mean a few casualties. And as we've previously established on this podcast, the Dolphins already have the best team on paper. So why would we gut a quarter of this beautifully constructed roster for Lamar Jackson when we already have an elite quarterback ready to go? I know this won't make the rumors stop or anything, but it's just not happening. What is terrifying, though, is the fact that the Patriots would not have to clear almost any cap space at all to make this deal happen, and as if the AFC East isn't going to be hard enough this season with Rodgers coming over and the Bills maybe being good. We'll see about that. In terms of the draft, it's April. There's not much to say as a Fins fan. We've got no picks. I hope we can draft a tight end. That's definitely one of the bigger needs. I know the Dolphins met with Keandre Miller. We've already got 3...
Does that even sound like a dolphin?
Nope, and you do it every time, but I love it. All right, where do we start here?
He said Lamar's name.
He did say Lamar's name. He didn't slander Lamar. So I'll ask you, if you could go like that and make $30 million appear, not losing players, same roster, would you
Swap out your elite quarterback.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think there's a need.
No.
So the answer is no.
So
No.
no, you wouldn't.
No.
You'd rather have Tua than Lamar.
Let me rephrase that. Yeah, let's rephrase that question a little bit in a different way, but still is the overarching question.
Yeah.
Who would you rather be the quarterback of the Dolphins week 1, Lamar Jackson or Tua?
Tua.
Why?
Because better yards per attempt, better completion percentage. Seems like he has a better, I don't know, better quarterback.
But
If you weren't the
okay,
producer of this podcast, what would the answer be?
but
Lamar Jackson.
Okay, there we go.
But right, I was gonna say, but you managed to acknowledge how you wouldn't love if you went to New England. So I just
Yeah.
wanted to make sure.
Consistency is all we're looking for.
Yeah, just a little. But I guess if you say Tua's 3 and Lamar's 4, then that's where the fear comes from.
That is where I stand. I just don't want him in my division,
Yeah.
Abe, you
Best
wouldn't
team
want
on
him. You
paper,
wouldn't want
correct?
him in the NFC East either, I'm sure.
I said I don't want him going to the Commanders
Yeah.
because I have a pulse.
Would you
best-
trade Jalen for Lamar?
No.
Really?
Yeah, I can
Okay.
say that pretty much with conviction. But you said pretty much everyone knows the best team on paper.
Yeah.
You know what's technically paper, Jack? 1-ply toilet paper. The type of paper that gives your asshole bleeding cuts. That is the type of paper that the Dolphins are.
How do you want to go about this? I can prove to you in any kind of way that you'd like that we have the best team on paper going into this year.
By what?
Anyway, prove me
Is
in
the
any
first
way.
one Madden rating?
Yeah, you don't have the
I
top
mean,
Madden
that
rating.
is
You
a
don't
solid
have
piece of evidence.
Sure, but you don't have the top rating. So
Probably don't even have top 5.
When do the ratings come out for that even?
I don't know, but you will not be in the top 3 teams.
Who would you say will be the top 3 in Madden?
Chiefs, Niners, Eagles. Boom.
Okay, we're probably 4 or 5.
Nope.
No, Cincy probably will be higher rated.
Bills.
Bills.
They will.
I'm starting to get nervous about the Bills.
But Madden's
Me-
not.
Jets.
Stop
Jets might-
it.
We're
Oh
talking
my
about Madden, man.
You're
Don't get mad at
upset.
that.
Like this is a Madden rating, not like we're.
It's not
Okay.
even paper.
What
It's,
makes-
it's not even paper. It's a video
What
game.
makes your roster so good? I don't understand.
Okay, so starting on offense, we have the best wide receiver room in the league, for starters. We have a great young
Wait,
offense
time out. You have the best wide receiver duo.
room.
Who else is in that room with you?
It doesn't matter because those two are so good.
So,
That's not
so
how it
just
works.
say yes to
What do you-
duo.
Yeah, it's just
Sure.
the duo. Okay.
It sounds better
Also-
saying the whole wide receiver room is the best in the league, but okay. Yes.
Right, but it's incorrect
So is the duo.
because
but
it's
that's fine.
because the best wide receiver room is Cincy, Jamar Chase, T Higgins, Tyler Boyd. Not like that clears Miami fairly easily,
I kind of
We
disagree
know you
with
don't
that.
think so.
but it does as a room, not as a duo necessarily.
Sure, take it. Fine.
The
Best
delta between Tyler Boyd and Cedric Wilson far exceeds the delta between Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill.
T Higgins is better than Jalen Waddle. Also,
No, he's not.
Yes, he
Jalen
is.
Waddle is the most underrated wide receiver in the league. I don't know how
Why?
people he
Why?
should be a 1.
Why?
He would be a 1 on most teams.
Oh, and T Higgins wouldn't.
He's trying to
I
get
guess
paid like a 1. It might leave.
T Higgins
Yes.
wouldn't.
he would. Okay, he would. I still
And
think
Jamar-
Waddle's better than him.
And Jamar Chase is better than Tyreek Hill.
No, not.
Yeah. No, he is actually.
No, it's like, yeah, he is.
No, he is.
How are we gonna figure this
They're
out?
close
How do you want
though. They're close. But those two I would definitely take over your two. Anyway, so you have one of the top wide receiver duos in the league. Okay. I'm gonna see. Go
I
ahead.
I couldn't hear you. I hate this. Okay, then going over to the defense, like obviously the offense is gonna be great. We already know that. We saw what they were gonna do last year. If Tua didn't get hurt, top offense in the league. Moving over to the defensive side, now obviously that was the biggest problem last year.
Was Tua healthy for the Niners game?
Not really.
Was he healthy? Wait, why not?
He got hit in the head, man.
Against the Niners?
Sounds
No,
so sad
before
when you said that.
he had came back.
Oh,
He
so
wasn't the same.
anything from the Cincy game on doesn't count?
Somewhat, yeah, I'd say he was hurt.
Oh. But what changed from then to now?
A full off season of recovery for
Gotcha.
Tua,
More time to heal. Okay, all right,
Yeah.
carry on.
and then obviously moving to the defense, bringing in Vic Fangio, best DC in the league. Maybe we'll see how that happens. And then just
Is he?
I think
was-
so.
guy- How'd you
The guy that
bring
was
him in?
unemployed last season?
Yeah, how'd you bring him in?
Well, Sean Payton was unemployed last season. That doesn't mean anything. He's
He's the
coming.
best coach in the league now.
Yeah.
He's coming back with one of the better defensive groups he's probably ever had.
Why?
And
Wait, time out. The Dolphins were one of the worst defensive groups in the entire NFL last season.
coaching and scheme.
It's the scheme.
It's the scheme.
Scheme team. Okay. Of
course.
All right.
Jalen Ramsey.
Yep.
Like
Now- now-
That's it?
Now we're at the
We're
naming
named
roster.
players.
do you like, I don't want to go down that because I'm just going to be naming roster players. There's no point in me sitting here doing that. But
Appreciate it. Wait, but are you like, oh, and we have Bradley Chubb, or like you're gonna acknowledge he was garbage last year?
he himself specifically did not play great, but as soon as he came in, the production of guys like Wilkins, Sealer, all went up as soon as he came in. So he was taking a lot of pressure off of those guys. And then all the rest of the season, Wilkins, like I'm sure you guys heard about it, he actually started getting talked about, had an amazing second half of the year after Chubb came in. And even the other guys too, all their production went up.
Gotcha.
And then
so
I
$20
see
million a year on the cap to open up an interior defensive lineman's game. That's
He
it's
will-
Like paying Al Horford $150 million to take away the pressure from Embiid.
stop.
Exactly
That was just
what it
last
is.
year with Fangio. Now he'll, they're switching back to the 4-3 instead of the 3-4. So
go.
I think that'll
It's massive.
that's big time.
that'll help him out a lot. I just think the defense is going to be fucking unreal, and the offense will return to the form it was at the beginning of the season when we were undefeated.
8,125 is what I heard.
Eight.
8128.
8128. Got it. Okay.
In 100 more days, we'll be at whatever it's called.
Good thing paper is not flammable.
Yeah. No, this sounds like it's all gonna come to fruition.
Scheme. It's the
That
scheme.
could
It
be-
was
we
all the scheme. I'm telling
We
you.
should play that every time
Yeah,
the Finns lose.
stay scheming the scheme team of the NFL.
Scheming. All right. Well,
Can't
we
wait for those
appreciate.
Madden ratings to drop.
Do we know when the schedule comes out?
Normally in April.
I
Okay.
think it's usually draft time.
And the Dolphins have the Eagles
But
on
you
the schedule.
know the schedule.
You know the opponents. You
who-
just don't
No,
know
no,
what
but
they
the weeks
Oh,
in
because you
which
play
they play.
Philly. Because you're trying to come through, right?
Yes, I am.
All right, we'll take you to Philadelphia. We'll get you a cheesesteak, whiz wit.
I'm so excited to go in there and beat you
Shaking in
guys.
his fucking poutine boots.
Yeah. See. The sweet with crab cakes at the bank is a much different experience.
Then the crab fries in the bucket that you piss it in the Link parking lot. We'll put some
I'm
hair
not
on your
worried.
chest.
I'm not scared.
All right. Well, we appreciate you, Eagleson. Go Huskies.
Go Huskies,
Go
baby.
Huskies. We'll hopefully be on the diamond next Sunday, but we'll talk to all you guys Thursday or Friday. TBD. Happy Passover to all my brethren, all our brothers who celebrate Eagle Joe. And I hope everyone has a great week.
fuck outta
Snapback fam, much love. Peace.
Let's go. Are we still recording?
I'm just curious, how often do you guys order food for dinner compared to making it yourselves? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think that's fair. Not really. They've kind of done away with all that. It's all like just fast food restaurants that are closed after 8 o'clock and then not even open on the weekends. It's brutal. Tell me about it. Stop. Get this guy's face out of here. Yeah, I'm still recording, by the way. That's going up on the Instagram.